Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, the final episode. So if you're just tuning in just to see the final episode, we just gotta let you know, we've been saying it at the beginning of every episode here. For the past couple videos, we forgot the, not forgot the audio, we recorded the audio, just didn't record. So, we actually played this weeks ago, we're redoing, we have to sit here in silence and fucking watch ourselves replay the game while providing background noise, which is funny because that's how the one friend of yours says we should just film all our stuff and then record.
That's fucking
voiceover afterward.
This is what you're gonna get. How is this gonna be an exciting channel?
Exactly.
Every episode.
And let me tell you something, guys. We always hate doing this. We hate it. Like it's happened a couple times. It happened in Kingdom Hearts. It happened in actually Symphony of the Night.
It did happen.
And it happens every so often, and it's usually my fault. I don't know if I mentioned it because of the whole audio issue, but those giant iron golems, the only way to kill them is to have a special soul that you get. That's a cape that switches its HP and MP, and that's the only way to kill it. I didn't get the soul, so that's why we never killed one. But that's how you do it, in case I never explained it. So yeah, we've been having some fun. If you check out some of our previous episodes, we were talking about Dungeons & Dragons. We did a Mad Libs last episode just because we're bored as fuck. But yeah, I'm not saying don't turn away and turn it off now. You definitely want to see the ending to this, and we're going to try to find some things to talk about that are really cool and really fun. I did kind of want to talk to Andrew a little bit here. We already mentioned it a couple times. We had a shout-out video here that we recorded today and did some stuff, but I'm going to try to bring my channel back. With a whole new logo, new name, fresh start, you know what I mean? Keep some of the old stuff, but I kind of want to go in a different direction with it. The reason, real quick, before I get into that, though, I should be showing it here. Come on, just kill him. Just kill the Alistair. There you go. There you go, past me. In this room right here is where the Chaos Ring would be. See, I go back in to explain. That's where it would be. If you were on hard, if you were not, you don't have to be on hard mode. If you got every single soul in the game, that's where the infinited mana ring is. When you have it equipped, you have unlimited mana, magic, whatever. You just cast spells willy-nilly. Yeah, Fork Lightning really helps with boss rush. Anyway. So yeah, I'm thinking about bringing the channel back. I got a lot of plans, a lot of ideas. I have actually a book listed of things I'd like to talk about and like to do. I'm going to start with some top 10 videos and maybe move on to some discussion stuff. Maybe some live action skit shit, you know what I mean? We got nice weather now. It's time. Yeah. Brock doesn't live that far away. The motherfucker doesn't do anything. He's off every Sunday. You know, it's time to get him over here and doing stuff. It's just, this takes up a lot of bit of our time, and we've been off the past couple of weeks in order we weren't able to film, so now we have to get caught back up, and once we get caught back up, then we can start, doing that. Probably when we start everybody knows we're doing it, but we're pretty much when we get started on Digimon Cyber Sleuth, that's what it's going to really drag, and then I'm just going to want to do stuff.
We'll be able to do other things.
Yeah. You know what the other thing is, too? I know you normally have to leave. We film from 10 to 3, but
we don't always have to.
We don't always have to. We might film a day where we get a lot accomplished. Right now, it's kind of pointless because we need to get some stuff ordered and we need to get some stuff figured out, and then because we can't do anything until that stuff is done. So once that stuff's done, we can find maybe a day to do a long day or something. I don't know. We're probably gonna get drunk and wrecked here on next week, so
it'll be a good time.
Yeah,
that might not even take that long.
No, it won't take long, and I might be able to film something for actually my channel to do on the side. You know what I mean? We might do a Mario Party on my channel or something. And I will have Andrew in many of my videos. I do plan it. He might not even know exactly what's going on. I might film something to be hey, do this. Yeah.
You got me to record some stuff that you never.
And
used.
I never. Yeah. Well, the one that really makes me sad, the one that really makes me miserable. Now that I know Brock's nearby, I really want to bring it back. I don't want to keep the old footage. I'd obviously redo it and do it new and fresh. I love that little game show thing I did that never got uploaded. That was fun, dude. Are you kidding me? And then we sit down, we drink, we do a little thing, a little competition. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be fantastic. It's a lot of work on my part, but I mean, all it takes is fucking PowerPoint and some cue cards, and I'm good to go. But that's one thing I always wish we always would have done. I don't know how many more challenge videos I'm going to end up doing, because let me tell you, people who do, I have to give props to people who do the fucking challenge videos, dude. It's not easy.
I still could have done
coming up with shit. Yeah. Coming up with shit to do for challenges and shit, and putting yourself through all that pain just for a couple views. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't like solely do it. I don't mind doing it every now and then, but the whole thing just. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people love that hot sauce challenge we did. Love it. I mean, it's one of the most viewed things on my channel, aside from a super old, super outdated, not well done, first time trying to do it review of Hatsune Miku, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, because I was just so happy about the game and it was really fun and really enjoyable. Now I don't even play it all that much. I wouldn't put it in my top 10 for sure.
The top 10.
But I did that review and everybody loved that for whatever reason. I got a ton of views too for like I don't know why. I don't know, just because the game recently had come out and I think I did that review like 3 weeks after the game came out. So I think it was still fresh and I think still people were kind of looking.
You want to do reviews for
yeah. I just don't do that stuff nowadays because I don't buy games brand new when they come out.
No.
I wait till they're in the $20 bargain bin and everybody's had their fun. You know, like I don't. The only game that I would do, which I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't do anything with it because I'd want to do it for the channel, would be my South Park game whenever that comes out. But we haven't even done the first one. So of course when it comes out I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, let's do this, you know. I'm also working on, guys, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but we found out pretty quick. We made the mistake of doing a second one, and we actually... second or third? No, we only did another one. And we learned really quick that it's just not a good idea. It doesn't work on our channel. We don't do a lot of Telltale games on here, but what I'd like to do is I'd at least like to do Walking Dead Season 2. Season 3 is still going on. I haven't even played it. I could care less. But the second one feels like it needs to be a little more complete. We were left with a cliffhanger. You need that extra little bit. And it's good, and I think Andrew would really enjoy it. But I gotta sit back and replay everything. Not only that, but here's the other bullshit thing. The third season is only available on the newer consoles. So if we wanted to continue where we left off from game to game to game, we would literally have to re-buy it all on the PS4 and then replay it the way we did it.
I'm not worried about Season 3. Then.
I'd like to just do Season 2 at some point in time whenever I write down all the choices we made and actually redo it and get us caught back up.
Walking Dead was our second game.
Yeah,
it's been like 4 years.
That's what I mean, dude. Like,
we should have fucking did that instead of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and then we made the mistake of doing Game of Thrones because I thought, hey, let's do a game that isn't even finished yet. It'll get a lot of views. People want to come and watch our playthrough and walk through.
Do that again. And it's our least popular game.
And that's what people always tell us. Oh, do the new games. I'm like, okay, well, here's a new game, and it didn't do well. It did not.
Game that's not a Telltale game.
Yeah.
That's more.
Yeah. But like. You know, now they just came out with it. It's brand new. The first episode's already, like, people are already playing it like crazy. They have a new Telltale out. It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But here's my problem with these types of things. The reason why Walking Dead worked so well was because these are all new original characters that you didn't know. Okay? So when you play a Telltale game as you playing as the Guardians of the Galaxy, oh, I hope Star-Lord doesn't die. Oh, no.
They can't die.
And that was Game of Thrones' problem.
Where you knew these characters.
Do you stab Ramsay? Well,
you can't.
It doesn't matter. He's not gonna die
in the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. I said that the whole way we were playing. I'm like, we're not changing anything.
No,
we're not accomplishing anything.
But in Walking Dead, you did because it was all original characters, and the only characters from the show that made appearances were minor characters that only showed up just to say a few words and disappear. They didn't stick around. You know.
Yeah. So you didn't know what was going to happen to your characters, and you got invested in them.
And that's what I fear is going to happen with the game, with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, make a choice, but if you make the wrong choice, you may kill up one of your party members. No,
you're not.
You're not at all. And that's what makes me kind of like leery towards any of these other Telltale games. Walking Dead, in my opinion, is still the best one. If you're going to play a Telltale game, I think, you know. Which is why I'd like to at least do Season 2. So, I don't know if we ever explained how to beat this boss. We're just sitting here talking about it. The first step is just, it takes all your souls. You get all your souls back by attacking the orbs. This one, there's a middle black-red thing in the middle. And you don't do very much damage to it, but if you destroy the eyes on every corner, the more damage you do for every eye destroyed. You destroy all the eyes, then you do lots of damage to the center. And then just make sure you're healing. It's not a hard boss battle. It's not difficult. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a terrible ass boss.
But then you just attack the middle part a whole bunch of times, and eventually you kill it. Not hard. I think I only healed maybe once or twice that whole battle.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't really
that easy.
Yeah. Now we get the amazing ending. But I think we're gonna have a little more fun with our next game, which you guys are gonna see here very soon. I forgot that these credits are super fast. Remember, like we were like, oh yeah, we can talk through the credits, and this is one of the shortest credits in any of the games we've done. So I just have to make sure we watch our time here. We got 5 minutes left, but yeah, our next game is gonna be I don't know. We talked about earlier in this playthrough how this game wasn't really good for like laughs and great, and you know what I mean. It was very straightforward. This is how you beat it. The next one should be a little more interesting because I'm gonna have some issues and some problems and some rage, anger. I've already had some rage. We've already started filming, and I've already had some rage moments. Fuck moving that thing and it destroying, and you got to go back to the beginning and move it again and get shot at and fuck it. And but yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with the next game. We have some really great games planned. We're still keeping to the format where I'm trying to do like 2 short games, a really long game, 2 short games, a really long game, trying to keep it like balanced. But I don't know. Like I said, hopefully with you freeing up your schedule, me freeing up my schedule, we can do a lot more playthroughs, more games. Yeah. I mean, because this is another game under our belt that we got done. You know,
We're
it feels
in the 20s.
good.
We're in the 20s.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And because our last like side project we did was Power Rangers, and here we have another side project coming up, and then after that we want to take a little break, but then we want to come back full force, you know, with some other side projects, because we're gonna have some. I think your next game after Zelda is a little shorter. It's not a very long game. It's pretty short, but I know you have a long game coming up shortly after that.
No, the next 2 games aren't very long, and then the third game is
gonna be a long one.
Another 40 plus hours.
Right.
That can take forever.
And that's my thing. When we go to play, because you guys already know, we already picked it, we did the poll, we did everything, but we're basically doing Digimon Cyber Sleuth. That's what you people wanted. Although it was very close. I mean, you were only off by 1 vote, so I mean, obviously we're gonna do Dragon Age very soon after, but like, you know, still. It's a long game, and I'm just ready for being a little bit bored because I'm gonna have to farm in the background, and it's just gonna be kind of like ugh. But it's not a bad game. I don't say ugh like, oh my god, I don't want to do it. I wouldn't have thrown it up there if I didn't want to do it. I'm just saying like it is kind of a long game, so that'll be fun. No, I don't want you, cat. Go away. Weird fucking cat.
He's a nice cat.
He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He's just bad. He's just bad. Yeah, I'm going to be playing a lot of old games here soon, and I don't know how many of them I'm doing for this channel, how many of them I'm doing for my other channel, you know, like I don't know what we're doing here, but I've got a lot of
man,
games
for your channel, you should do all the games we can't do.
Yeah,
Like Tekken Tag and stuff like that.
I'd love to.
You know, games of Mario Party.
The other problem is too. In order to do some of the things I want to do for my channel, I need to buy a few things, small things, not big things. And even for this channel, I need a few things. I need a PS2 controller. I need a Super Nintendo controller. I need 1 or 2 games that are really cheap. You know what I mean? In order to do them. And actually, me and my wife have been sitting down and talking about it. There's this one game that I'd love to do for our channel here on EXPGamers. I don't own it. I used to own it, and somehow it got lost. And I'm very upset because buying a used copy is anywhere from $50 to $100. A new copy is $250.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And there's no way I can drop that kind of cash right now when we're barely living paycheck to paycheck. But I think like for my birthday or maybe in a future Christmas thing, like my wife might surprise me with it. Because we talked about it. She even looked into other stores and seeing if she couldn't find it somewhere else. But it's just going up in price. It used to be $40, now it went up to $60. You know, and then if the 2 copies on Amazon go for $60, then it's up to the hundreds. And I want that game. Like it's probably one of my top 10 games, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, and for, you know what I mean, for that, I want it. I want it back. It's a PS2 game.
I want it back.
And there was another game that we were going to do instead of this, or instead of the next one. Instead of the next game we're doing here very soon, I wanted to do a completely different game for the PS2, but my controller broke, and now I don't have a working PS2 controller, so we can't do the game. That's why I don't know if I told you that, that's why we switched. I was literally playing it, refiguring out how to do it.
Is that all you need is a PS2 controller?
I just need a PS2 controller, a working PS2 controller. And I don't.
Why the fuck didn't you ask me to bring
because
it?
I don't want to break it or like I need to replay it. I need to replay it and beat it and I need practice, and you would mean leaving yours behind for long periods of time, and I don't want to do that too. I know.
One of them's a big bulky fucking
I
thing,
had two as well, but they keep breaking, so I don't. And I need that select button. Doesn't work. All right, we'll see you guys next time for another exciting game. Sorry that we had to do the dub. Next one will be better. Promise. Bye.